Hi everyone, it's Jay, and I'm back with another video. This time we're gonna build a contemporary family home. Now this is not something that I came up with. This is actually based on a floor plan that I found on the internet. I basically just typed in contemporary family home and scrolled through images, and then when I found a floor plan that I liked, I got onto the website to find excuse me, to find reference pictures, which I used to build. Now, if you look at what I'm doing, I'm trying to stay as close to the original floor plan as possible when it comes to proportions. I do end up adjusting that here and there throughout building because just because it looks right doesn't necessarily mean that it is right. Specifically in The Sims, it's pretty hard to make proportions work and to make it work for the game as well. So to make it playable. It's not something that I necessarily mind, but for this one, I actually wanted it to be playable and actually make sense in the game. Now, what you see on the right, this like balcony area, doesn't end up being a balcony area because it's not meant to be one. I just really was confused with the floor plan. It actually is the area is surrounded by walls, and then the floor is removed to make the living room have high ceilings. Like a loft area, I have no idea what that is called. I'm just going to go with that. I hope you understand what I mean, but you will see it later on in the video what I did. Yeah, so the floor plan, it wasn't super difficult to read, but there were a couple things that I ran into where I had to look at the computer-generated like example pictures of that house to realize a couple of things. One, that some of the walls were actually not walls, they were glass sliding doors and stuff like that. So, or that what I thought were windows were actually glass sliding doors. Yeah, this is me actually figuring out what that area was, and I'm trying to make that work. And I always struggle with this because it's not the first time I built something like this where we have like high ceilings in quotation marks. And every time it takes me like 4 or 5 tries to actually make it work. I don't know why that keeps happening. But yeah, there's a lot of glass in my build. More glass than there is in the original house. But I thought if you have a house that is that open spaced, I would want to have as much glass as possible to make it feel open and airy. Now, in real life, I would probably go for maybe one-way, what do you call that? Not one-way mirrors, one-way windows. Like you can look out through the window, but you can't look in. Does that make sense? Because privacy in real life is a huge issue. Now, with The Sims, obviously it's a little different. And I kind of experimented while building with like a high fence. But that looks just really weird and it gets in the way of playing. I usually don't really do that. So I tried it and decided that I didn't really like it and scrapped it again. We do end up having a fence, but it's not that the whole lot is surrounded by one the way I would do it if that was my house. Here you'll find me kind of trying to decide what to do with the front door area, because in the original floor plan, or in the original kind of, again, computer generated example picture, it's very much just glass with like a door in between that kind of how do you say that, like it kind of melts into it visually. So I tried to make something that would work with like in the logic of the whole build, even though it's not necessarily exactly what the floor plan says and requires and demands. Yeah, I actually really like the layout, to be honest. I really think it's a fun thing to build, and I think it's going to be super fun to play in it. I ended up having a lot of fun with specifically like the living room kitchen area in the bottom. What I actually struggled with was the master bedroom, and you're going to see that in another video. But yeah. I mean, some parts were very exciting and fun, and some parts made me struggle. So I think that's what it is for a lot of people that build in The Sims, I think. Yeah, we're almost done with the outside, and almost done with this video too. So you see me kind of adjust wallpapers and stuff and try to make the outside look a little more interesting. Actually, there's gonna be some like small wood paneling on this build, because in the original floor plan there is, or in the computer generated image, excuse me, there's actually like wood panels like that included, and that is a super cool detail. And when I saw that, I was like, oh my gosh, I have to build this, because that's something that actually is in the game and we can actually do. Yeah, I was really excited that that actually worked, and we got to, or I got to build something that was actually really, really close to the original floor plan. All right. I think that's it, basically. And again, I divided this into several parts because it's so long. I recorded for about like 2 hours roughly, so the footage was really, really long, even sped up. So this is part 1. I think there's going to be 3 parts, and in part 2 and part 3 we're going to furnish and do the outside. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this so far. I hope I will see you in the next video, in the next part of this Let's Build. And yeah, hope you guys have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Bye. If you like this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up, comment, and subscribe.